Good afternoon from London and hello from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the Chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, Chairman of the UK Korean Friendship Association, and official delegate of the Korean Friendship Association for the UK, and President of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics of the UK. Today it's the 24th of December, which to those who celebrate Christmas is of course Christmas Eve. However, in the DPRK, it's also a very important day for different reasons. For it was on this day, 29 years ago, that the 19th plenary meeting of the 6th Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea took the momentous step of appointing comrade KIM JONG IL as Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, and this was a landmark event in the history of the victorious Songun Revolution and in the history of Juche defence building in People's Korea. It also happened at a time of tremendous tension and a very complicated international situation. I mean, it was at this time that the Soviet Union had collapsed, or socialism was frustrated in the Soviet Union owing to the modern revisionists. So the DPRK was facing world imperialism and US imperialism all on its own. And in fact, after the collapse of socialism in the USSR and Eastern Europe, the imperialists turned their attention to trying to destroy socialism in the DPRK by force of arms. And at the same time, the South Korean puppets were wildly talking about a surgical strike, a commando raid on the DPRK's nuclear facilities. So this was a time of very acute tension. And we have to remember that the DPRK does indeed stand on the front line. It's a frontline state of world socialism against imperialism. So assuming the post of Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Armies, not only taking responsibility for the defence of People's Korea and its independence, but for the entire socialist camp. Comrade KIM JONG IL carried forward the torch of Juche army building that had been pioneered by the great leader, President Kim Il-sung. Comrade KIM JONG IL turned the DPRK into a nuclear power, and this was a great achievement. The Korean People's Army under his command was victorious in the confrontation with the USA, and I'm not going to sort of list all sort of events in this confrontation, but I would just recall one incident on the 17th of December 1994. A US Army helicopter illegally intruded into the airspace of the DPRK, and it was brought down by one shot from anti-aircraft gunners of the Korean People's Army. This was a great achievement, and I remember waking up one morning, a bleak December morning, and putting the radio on, and the news came through that the US helicopter had been shot down in the DPRK and a pilot captured. And afterwards I immediately put on the cassette of the song No Motherland Without You, which is the special song of Comrade KIM JONG IL. and it impressed me quite a lot because in those days it was a very bleak time, and it was great to see a socialist country hitting back at the imperialists and hitting back really hard at them. So, on the 29th anniversary of Comrade Kim Jong Il being appointed Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, I remember the great exploits he performed. Also, on this day, the 24th of December, 103 years ago, Madam Kim Jong-suk, the heroine of the anti-Japanese war and mother of Korea, was born into a poor peasant family in Haeryong City in the north of Korea. She took the road of revolution at an early age. She joined the Korean People's Revolutionary Army, which was commanded by President Kim Il-sung, and she became a political worker in the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. She was well known as a brilliant crack shot. She acted as the bodyguard of President Kim Il-sung, and she played a very important role in the anti-Japanese revolution and mobilizing women for the revolutionary struggle. She was the mother of Comrade Kim Jong Il, and she brought him up to be a great revolutionary. Madam Kim Jong-suk also played a very important role in the building of a new democratic people's Korea after liberation in 1945, and she played a key role in the liberation of women. She set up the Women's Union in liberated Korea. She also contributed to the building of defence forces. Sadly, she passed away at a very early age of 32 in 1949. But we uphold her as a great example of women revolutionaries, not only for Korea but of the world. And she basically espoused Juche-based proletarian feminism, not bourgeois feminism, which is so divisive, which basically sets women against men and just really promotes the interests of bourgeois middle class women, not working class women. In fact, you will see these days that many young working class women actually turn their faces against feminism. But in the DPRK, real women's liberation has been achieved, and you have excellent childcare facilities for working women, and many special benefits for women in the DPRK. It's also a very wholesome society where you do not get pornography and prostitution or the sex industry, which greatly degrade women. So the DPRK is a real model of women's liberation, and Madam Kim Jong-suk contributed to this. So we remember her on the day of her birth. So thank you for listening to this video. I wish all of you watching a happy festive season. I thank everyone for supporting the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, and have a great day. See you again soon. Goodbye.